Okay.
All right, I'm Coach McCabe. This is Coach Mazzano or
Right.
Coach Lou. We're the varsity coaches here. We also have the freshman coach, Coach Leo. He couldn't make it today. He's got work. He got called in. And Coach DeRose, it's his granddaughter's birthday, so he left practice early. So Lou and I will be running this meeting today. Basically, it's just an overview of the policies, the rules that we have for wrestling. And I handed out a packet to you. We're going to go through some of the stuff in this packet. So first, we'll start with the schedule. The last page in the packet is the schedule. And most school days, if we have a meet, then they will start at 5, and we'll wrestle 1 to 2 teams, so it'll be over in about 2 hours. And we have 4 home meets this year. We're going to start November 24th. That's this Tuesday at Round Lake. And that is a farm. We'll wrestle 2 meets that night. We'll wrestle against Round Lake and then against North Chicago. And I believe that is freshmen too. Yes, freshmen will wrestle that meet and JV. So everybody should get a match in that night. At least 1, if not 2. As for the parents or guardians, if anybody would like directions to the meet, all you have to do is ask, and I can get the math bus directions for you.
It's okay.
It only lights it up when you're starting to record.
So if you would like directions to the meet, we can get that for you. Or if you just type in, if you look at here and you say, it's at Round Lake High School, type that in Google, it'll give you the address, and you can math quest it yourself. It's up to you, but if you would like me to do it, I will do that for you. As long as I know in advance, otherwise I can't get it to you in time. Also, for the parents, try to show up to at least 1 meet to watch your son wrestle, because the support when I was in wrestling, I loved when I had family members come watch. It made me want to do better, and it does help out.
Yeah, I just want to, the only time you'll hear me talk is to this. I know people are going to tell me they work. I work a lot. You wouldn't believe how much I work, and I still find time to come to every meet. So if parents could just find time to come to 1 meet, 2 meets a year, that would be great, because your kids are going to wrestle a lot harder when they see you there. Coming from past experiences, we both wrestled, and when my dad or mom showed up, I wrestled probably 2 times as hard as I could have ever wrestled, knowing that they were there watching. When they weren't there, I didn't really care. I still cared to win, but if I didn't do my best, it didn't bother me as much. But when you guys are there, we noticed that they wrestle a lot harder. Nate, I don't know if he's in here, but when his parents are there, you can see this kid turn into a lion. And it's really just great to watch. And it's even great for all of us to see too. So parent involvement is huge. Last year was a big step up from the years past. I've been here for forever, for as long as I can remember, 20 years. And the parent involvement was a lot more last year than I've ever seen since, at least 10 years. So, it's a plus in that part. Kudos to all of you, but if we can get more involvement, that would be great. If you go to Leiden, every parent is sitting in the stands. There has to be 30, 40 parents sitting up there. I know it's hard with work. Believe me, I know. But if you can make 1 meet, 2 meets, that would be fantastic. There's a ton of them here. To make 2 of them would be a really, really helpful thing for your kids. They put in a lot of work. I wish you all seen the work that they put in to be able to wrestle in these meets at the level that they're at. They work really hard to wrestle every meet that they go to. And when you guys come, it makes it a whole bunch better. That's all I got to say about that.
Next, we want to talk about practices. We practice every day from 3:30 to 5:30. And it is very important that after practice, put your son in the shower. Make sure he's showering, because skin diseases happen when wrestlers do not shower immediately after practicing. So when they get home, they should jump in the shower right away, so we don't have ringworm or impetigo going through the room. We do wash the mats every day. I actually pay one of my students every day, 9th period. He's up there washing the mats, and he's doing a pretty good job so far. I can't complain about that. Lou's walked in and
Greatest mat washer I've seen in all the time I've been here. Things are really changing here, believe it. I know the school looks different, but and the athletic programs are changing as well, for the better. Thank God.
And this year is different than last year in that many of you might have heard that we got a new wrestling room. It's a lot bigger. And to start the season, we had the freshmen and JV wrestlers who have never wrestled before working with our JV coach and not with the varsity. So when they came into the wrestling room, the freshmen and JV didn't come and just get beat up by the experienced guys right away. So it was very nice to see, and they're catching on fast. And lately we have combined the practices. We've been missing a lot of guys due to injury and everything else, but everybody's at the same level at this point. Everybody's doing great. We're working hard. We're conditioning ourselves. And I couldn't be more excited about this upcoming season right now because I think we have a great team this year. And although we don't have a full lineup, we're missing a 215-pounder and 285-pounder. But the guys we have, they're competitors. Everybody comes here, they want to compete. We want to win. And the wrestlers, everybody here, everybody wants to win. And we have great attitudes, and that's what we need to start the season. This year, we've kind of changed our practice policy. We still want every wrestler, if they're struggling, we want them to tell us. But we have to find other ways of doing this where I'm here every day at 7 o'clock in the morning. So if you want to come in early, I encourage you to. I want you to come in for help. If I can't help you, I'll find somebody who can. It's not a problem. And then again at 3 o'clock, which nobody has taken me up on it, 3 o'clock, if you need to do an assignment or anything, tell me. We will put you in a study hall after school. I won't be there, Lou won't be there, DeRose will be there, and if he struggles with something, he can find other teachers. Half the faculty here at school, they're here till 6 o'clock every night. 5, 6 o'clock. People stay after every day. And they're willing to help any student that comes to them, and I know this, and if they're not, if Donato comes to me with a problem, he says his teacher's not here after school, what can he do? Well then that's a problem. I'll help him, and then I'll go to that teacher and let him know that, well, Donato came for help and you weren't there. That's a problem. He needs to get his grade up, and he's looking to get help, and you weren't there for him. That's going to cause a problem, not only with me, but if that teacher's not going to like that she wasn't there either, he or she, whichever it is. So I will find ways to get these together. And if you miss practice due to illness or anything, you have to inform us. You can't just not show up. Once you not show up, you will not wrestle that week.
Okay, I preach this to the kids every year. When you don't show up to practice, that's just like in life. You're not going to show up to work, and it's going to keep progressing. When you quit stuff, it just progresses further and further and further. As the parents, I don't know if you guys want to give me your numbers. When your kids don't show up and I yell at them, it goes in one ear and out the other. But if we start now with them having to show up every day and having to, to get used to this regimen, when they go to get a job, because this helped me in life, you're not going to miss a day of work. You're going to go to work. When you miss days of work, they fire you, then guess what? You're unemployed just like 3/4 of Illinois right now. I know this sounds crazy, but if you guys start missing practices, it's going to carry over, I promise you. And you'll start slacking off in your work, and then so on and so forth. So if everybody makes it to every practice in life, you'll be successful.
And if you are going to miss practice, tell the coaches. Don't tell another wrestler, because that doesn't get to me sometimes. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. If you have to miss a wrestler, tell a coach. Anybody. Call us. Stop by after school. Let us know that you're going to miss. It's very important that you're there every day. We keep talking about everybody wants to win. Well, if everybody wants to win, everybody needs to be there every day. Every day we can show something new, and if you're not there and you miss, we're going to have to re-show that. We're going to take a step backwards then. And we want to keep moving in the right direction. We want to have a winning team. We're going to practice like champions, and champions are at practice every day. They don't come up with excuses. Not that, well, some excuses are good excuses, but we need to stay on top of practice every day. And I understand that we need to keep our grades up too. That's why we're willing to help with study halls and talking to teachers and getting the students